Good evening to each of you, our friends. We are saddened that we were not able to be with you today in the flesh, but we are always with you in the spirit. Unfortunately, I couldn't be in both places at once, and so we send this word to you as a word of encouragement, but also as we stand in solidarity with you. It is increasingly clear as we look across the landscape of our nation just how convoluted it seems things seem to be surrounding our identity. Who we are, our isness, seems to always be in contention and offending somebody in some way. And these weird feelings that seem to kind of emanate from some weird foreign place seem to have, in some sense, tapped into every aspect of our lives. And so as I make this video today, I do so aware that we are in this struggle together. We are working through attempting to make sense of our lives and our faves, our doubts, our questions, all of these things in the same space as our country is attempting to make sense of itself. Its own identity seems to be in a flux. And so as I stand here today to say that you own this space. You are not here by accident. You are not some aberration. You are purposely designed and intended to be the object of God's desire, object of God's eye. When God sees you, God sees something, and he says it's good. I know. That seems to bark in the face of an increasingly tense and terse theology that is permeating the membrane of our nation that seems to say that God is optional in creation, or that God in some sense is guilty of creative malfeasance, that God got it wrong. No. That's not what our theology tells us. That's not what God says to us. That's not God's purposeful intent. And when God sees you as good. Good. It used to be that good was enough. We've moved to this exceptionalism where it has to be great, but to be good means that both on the inside and on the outside, what God sees has value. It's not lacking of anything. It's not missing anything. I may not be the best at anything or have the best of everything. Sometimes I seem to feel I'm the least of all. I know someone who has everything, and he is my everything. And I'm happy just to know that I'm his own. His name is Jesus, the righteous Son of God, lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. His name is Jesus. He is my everything. And I'm happy just to know that I'm his child. That is our charge. That's our call. That is the work we do, to remind each and every person that we are God's child. One last note. It is, I think, those words that Charles Dickens poignantly puts as he's writing this book talking about the difference in lived experience, where he says, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It feels like that now. Like we're living in between a pivot. But can I say to you, like the other churches that are and the other faith communities that are dwelling in this space with you on tonight, that you are welcome here. You can bring yourself just as you are. You don't got to do anything. You don't need to change anything about you. As you are, God loves you. And guess what? As your brother, I love you. You are loved. You are worthy. And you are God's child. We thank you, and on behalf of Bethel AME Church, we love you, and there ain't a thing you can do about it. God bless.